Now, I want to talk to you about this phone, the new Blackberry Storm. With the massive success of Apple's iPhone 3G, a smartphone aimed squarely at the consumer market, BlackBerry have launched the Storm as their first ever non-business handset. And on the face of it, it seems to have the credentials to take on Apple's tour de force. But the competition's about more than the iPhone. With the Storm being exclusive to Vodafone, we're now in a position where Vodafone, O2, T-Mobile and Orange each have their own super smartphone exclusive to their network. But which one's best? Well, as ever, one way to find out is some hands-on testing. Contender number one was, of course, the Storm, the new touchscreen handset on Vodafone from BlackBerry. Number two was the T-Mobile G1, a sliding keyboard handset running Google's Android operating system. Contender number three on Orange was the brand spanking new HTC Touch HD. And contender number four was O2's iPhone 3G, the big name in touchscreen phones. But how do they all compare? Well, I'm going to do 3 tests, and at the end of each test, one of the phones will be eliminated, leaving me with a winner. And first, I'm going to test their features by spending a day getting to know them. I started with the Storm. It's the first BlackBerry to include a 3.2 megapixel camera, and the quality of the snaps was really good. One picture slightly wide of a robin. It also has a rather wobbly video camera. Like the other 3 phones, the Storm has push email services, which means that as a new email arrives on my server, it's immediately pushed onto the Storm, and attached documents can be downloaded and edited. It doesn't have Wi-Fi connectivity, which is a real letdown, especially as its reception of Vodafone's 3G signal leaves something to be desired. Next, the T-Mobile G1, with its 3 megapixel camera. Rather a nasty dose of shutter lag, and there's no video. The open source Android software means anyone can make applications for it, so there's going to be plenty more new features in the future. This is all a bit silly, really. You can't read documents attached to emails unless you go through Gmail. Next up, the HTC. The Touch HD has a hefty 5 megapixel camera, and the picture quality is good. It also takes video. Quack, quack, quack. It uses Windows Mobile, which isn't the world's easiest mobile phone operating system to master, but it does integrate well with my Microsoft Exchange email and means I can open and edit attachments in Office Mobile. And finally, the iPhone 3G. Its camera has a disappointing 2 megapixels with no video, but there are an almost endless number of applications you can download for it. Though when doing office work, your documents can only be viewed and not edited. So, which of my 4 smartphones wouldn't be making it through to round 2? Very reluctantly, I'm going to have to ditch the G1, which is a great pity because the Android operating system has huge potential. It's just that on this phone, without its headphone socket, without the ability to shoot video, without the ability to open Word documents easily, it just doesn't work yet, either as a business phone or a multimedia phone. So, it's going to have to go. My second test was ease of use. With each phone, I had to start from the home screen and send a set email. The phone which proved slowest to use would be eliminated. I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready. Okay.
On your mark, get set, go!
Right, off we go now. Into mail. Into messages. New. The BlackBerry was very soon giving me trouble. When you press a letter on the touch screen, it feels like the screen is on a spring. So you know when you've pressed a key, though you can still easily select the wrong one. There's the option of a half or full keyboard, though I found the full keyboard with its smaller letters even fiddlier. However, the stylus on the HTC was very quick and easy to use, making the HTC a clear winner in 51 seconds. Gone. Finished. The pop-up letters on the iPhone made identifying keys very easy, and it finished second in 57 seconds. Gone. But the BlackBerry came last, taking a tortuous 1 minute 26 seconds. Sent. Finally. What a shame. The BlackBerry's clickability ought to make it easier to feel your way around than a conventional touchscreen. But actually, you can't see what letter you're touching. Your finger's in the way, so it's impossible to type quickly. It's got to go. With the shock defeat of the BlackBerry, our final contenders were the HTC Touch HD and the iPhone 3G. The overall winner would be decided by battery life. To find out which lasts longest, I've enlisted a certain Dallas Campbell to help me squeeze the juice out of them. I had the HTC and Dallas had the iPhone. We'd take it in turns to call each other from our respective phones and see which one could hold out the longest. OK, go. Hello, Dallas.
Hello, John.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Dallas. As night fell, both phones still had about a third of their power left. We were starting to get a little bit stir-crazy.
Hello. Bonjour. Hello.
Goodbye. Hello.
Hi, Dallas.
So, to drain the battery faster, we threw in some power zapping functions. Manufacturers' claims of battery life are often based on talk time, but using extra applications, location services and Wi-Fi internet all takes a heavy toll on your juice.
Oh, low battery.
And finally, the power-heavy functions took their toll on the iPhone.
Phone death. I've got battery death. It's gone.
And the HTC, which lasted for a further half hour, was officially the winner.
Well, John, I have to say, I'm a little bit disappointed about the Blackberry because it's been so eagerly anticipated,
Absolutely.
hasn't it? I've been dying to have a go with it.
But it disappoints, really, I think, and I'm only going to give it 2 Gs, even though it made it through to the second round, because that touch clickable interface doesn't quite work, and also the fact it hasn't got Wi-Fi does make it horribly compromised.
OK, how about T-Mobile's G1?
3 Gs for that. It's not perfect, that handset's not brilliant, but the operating system is excellent, and I think it's going to get better and better. They're going to develop more applications for it, and Android is definitely something to be watched in the future.
Absolutely. And then we've got the HTC and the Apple iPhone.
4 Gs for the HTC, the winner of our tests, but a couple of problems with it, I think, potentially. It does run Windows Mobile, which underneath that HTC interface is a bit clunky, a bit hard to use. Also, it runs on Orange, and Orange do not do an unlimited data internet plan.
Which you really need, don't you?
You really need that, whereas O2 do with the iPhone, which also gets 4 Gs, because although it wasn't technically the winner of our tests, you've got to remember, it's a lovely thing, a delightful object to own, voted by the viewers
as the gadget of the year,
and it just is a lovely thing to use.